Dial L for Lily is this week's chapter in our series about the Middle Ages. Our Middle Ages, that is. A time for taking stock of the direction our lives have taken. While some people opt for a change of course in their middle years, others choose to keep on doing what they've always done, only better. Rita Braver has the story of a lily who is still blooming in the spotlight. Lily Tomlin.
You can call her Dr. Tomlin now. Just a few days ago, the University of Richmond awarded Lily Tomlin an honorary doctorate.
Great, I love it. Thank you.
Hailing her quest for truth in comedy.
If peanut oil comes from peanuts and olive oil comes from olives, where does baby oil come from?
It's a fitting tribute as Tomlin heads back to Broadway this week to reprise her one-woman show, The Search for Signs of Intelligent Life in the Universe.
I am so glad to see you here. I was worried you might not show up. And without you, there would be little point in me being here.
They've already been showing up
Center section, go right through there.
at previews in cities like Seattle, where we caught up with Tomlin for a walk through the Pacific Science Center.
What gets you down?
What gets me down? Like my hair not turning out good.
Yes, she is as funny and down-to-earth in person as she seems on stage.
Can you really turn them over? Yeah, you probably can.
Do you think about what your characters would think about things?
Not too often, Rita. but I'll let you do that.
But Tomlin has an amazing ability to make us believe that characters like Trudy the Bag Lady are real.
Never underestimate the power of the human mind to forget. The other day I forgot where I put my house keys. I looked everywhere and then I remembered I don't have a house.
Do you love these characters? Do you find them amusing? How do you relate to these people who you become every night?
You know, I see them, they're this whole piece, it's almost like creating your own universe, really. It's like you want to make, you want to create some kind of empathetic, relatable world that you can sort of navigate.
I've been on 4 job interviews today.
Navigate via creations like Chrissy, aerobics student and perpetual job seeker.
All my life, I've wanted to be somebody, but I see now I should have been more specific.
When did you start to realize that you were funny?
Well, I still don't think I'm that funny. I'm not naturally funny.
You are funny.
Yeah, I know. People say I'm funny. I mean, I can come up with funny things to, just to do. And then I think I always imitated people in the neighborhood and in the family and stuff like that.
Her dad, a factory worker, and her mom, a nurse's aide, delighted in her antics, including her skills as a high school cheerleader in Detroit.
A blue-collar kid doesn't think you do show business for a career, for a life, to earn a living. I mean, that just doesn't make sense. And so I thought I had to have some kind of a career that...
a real job.
A real job, right. So...
You started studying pre-med.
Yes.
Just think what we're missing.
Makes me laugh, too.
But by the time Lily Tomlin burst onto Laugh-In 1969, she had forsaken academic life to work her way up through comedy clubs, honing the characters that catapulted her to stardom.
One renegade.
Ernestine the Operator was an overnight sensation.
Have I reached the party to whom I am speaking? Is this General Motors? Hi, General.
Everybody just hated the phone company in New York in the early 60s, Ernestine just became the embodiment of that difficulty in dealing with the phone company, that bureaucracy. It'd be like, if you want a new phone, will you be home between April and November?
About your telephone, I think we can fix it. Of course, it might take 2 to 3 weeks to get parts.
So she threatened people, It just, you saw that there was kind of sexual repression in it. to get, you know, she could just get off on it. And as she got tighter and tighter and tighter, then she started to snort.
The warranty on your instrument has expired. We give you 5 years or 500 dials, whichever comes first.
And then there was Edith Ann, everybody's favorite 5-year-old. She almost didn't make it onto the show.
I'd go to the writers, I'd just bug them to death. I'd say, well, no, why don't you like Edith? Why don't you like Edith? Edith is great, Edith is wonderful. We can do all this stuff with Edith. You know, oh, she's too bratty, she's too this, she's too that. But she caught on anyway.
Did she ever?
My little baby brother has a little soft spot on his head. You must be very careful when you touch it. So I took a ballpoint pen and made an X so I wouldn't forget.
Tomlin has also scored big in movies. She was nominated for an Oscar in the film Nashville, portraying the mother of 2 deaf children.
Talk about swimming class.
He's telling me about swimming class. Can you picture that crazy crippled gal dangling?
But it's those comic sketch characters like Crystal, the terrible tumbleweed, who really seem to possess Tomlin.
When I get to California, I will go hang gliding off Big Sur. I will be the first quadriplegic to do so. Possibly the last.
Crystal was created with the help of writer Jane Wagner.
Thank you.
Who wrote The Search for Signs of Intelligent Life and other works that have showcased Tomlin's talents for years.
Perhaps that explains why you're so manic about her.
You had this long working relationship for such a long time. How do you guys go about it?
Well, Jane and I, we live and work together, and we have for 30 years. And
she's your partner in life.
Yes, and so we just we do everything. I don't know. You know, I know how rare she is.
Tomlin has total confidence in the material Wagner writes.
Thank you all.
But even as Lily is clowning around before a performance at the Seattle Repertory Theater, she knows what a risk she is taking in bringing back a work she first performed on Broadway 15 years ago.
I worry that drugs have forced some of us to be more creative than we really are.
Are you scared of the New York critics?
Oh, sure. Terrified. Terrified.
Are you worried that some people will say, look, Lily Tomlin was just too lazy or too scared to develop new material?
Oh, God. Well, I guess so. That could happen. But there's nothing lazy about it, I'll tell you that.
I'm Agnes Enks. I'm Agnes Enks. I don't kiss ass. I don't say thanks.
And as you watch Tomlin morph into a dozen characters...
Take charge, Marge. I'm not exaggerating, Lynn. Edie was in my plant shop. In that camouflage getup, I almost watered her.
During 2 high-energy hours, you do wonder how long she'll want to keep doing it.
Lily Tomlin, hard to believe, 60 years old?
Oh, my God,
61
yeah.
now.
61
right?
now, yeah.
Yeah?
That's how old I am.
Do you see yourself as ever retiring?
Oh, I don't know, maybe. I don't know what retire, it depends if you have something wonderful to do. But there's a part of me that just wants to lie in a hammock and not do anything and be peaceful, but I don't know if I can really achieve that or not.
Especially because Trudy, the bag lady, may not stay locked in.
But frankly, going crazy was the best thing ever happened to me. I don't say it's for everybody. Some people couldn't cope.
And that's the truth.
Ahead, the little camera that could.